1 over x minus 3 equal to
What page are we
4 over 3. This is 6.6 section and it's 425.
So we're doing it the same way we did the last one, right?
Yeah, exactly the same kind of concept. But here, we don't have the numerical values, right? So we have to come up with what are the common factors we can multiply across.
Which is 9, right?
No, not 9 only. Okay. Are you guys having to be a problem? Okay. So let's take a look at all of those denominators. X minus 3. Here we have 3. And here we have 3x minus 1. Now this can be factored, right? So how would you rewrite this as a factor if I were to factor this out anything here?
3
So what would be inside the parentheses?
x minus 3.
X minus 3, okay, very good. So keep that in mind. This is already factored, so nothing I can do, so I'm going to write down x minus 3 equal to 4 over 3. And then at the top we have 7, right? Okay, so now take a look at the factors. And this is kind of, goes back to what Alvaro, you were suggesting. So what are the two factors that here? 3 times x minus 3. Here what do we have? X minus 3. Here we have 3. Right? So if I consider all of these factors, what's going to be the lowest common denominator? Or what are the factors combination is going to be the 3x minus 3, right? Look at right here. So here you have x minus 3. What are you missing out of these two? 3. Here you already have 3. What are you missing out of here? X minus 3. Right? So the lowest common denominator between all of those factors is going to be 3 times x minus 3, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to multiply this entire equation with 3 times x minus 3, just like we did here by 30. Yes? Okay, so let's take another approach. Like before we were doing addition or subtraction, we said, okay, we want to make all of the denominator to be the same, right? So this is, we have x minus 3. What we are missing here, we are missing this 3, right? So we can multiply this by 3, we can multiply by 3, right? Now here, you have 3, and you want to have 3 times x minus 3. So it means we're going to be multiplying by what? X minus 3, very good. And then we're going to be multiplying by x minus 3, right? So take a look at the denominator. You can have 3 times x minus 3, you can have 3 times x minus 3, you can have 3 times x minus 3, right? That would be the lowest common denominator. Is that correct? So what we're saying, rather than multiplying each one of those by those, why don't we multiply this entire equation with 3 times x minus 3 every term? Right? So this way we can eliminate all of these denominators. That's what we're going to accomplish, right? So